Hey, today we're going to talk about the next human design authority, which is the self-projected or self-projector. And the only type that can have this authority is projectors. And it's less than 3% of the population generally have this authority. Now, the guidance that these types receive is not from their mind or from their emotions or from their gut. It usually comes from their core identity expressed through the voice. Now, they would have the G center or the identity center. We would say it's the hexagram shaped object in the human design chart, and the throat. Both of them would be defined. They can also have the head and the ajna defined as well above. But if you had any other centers below the G center defined, then this is not yet your authority. So their clarity usually comes from speaking without pressure, agenda, or outside influence. And the answers come as they hear themselves speak. If it is not them, it will not be authentic, clear, and grounded for them. Yeah? So if you are the one watching this that is the self-projected projector, then if it's you, it will be authentic, clear, and grounded. And you'll also feel that within yourself. So how can you assist yourself if this is your human design authority? Well, you can talk it out regularly. And you would do this with trusted people, or you can send little voice notes, whether that's to someone else, to yourself, to listen later, or you can even speak it out when you're in nature. And notice how you feel when you say something out loud. How does it feel to you? Does it feel like it's yours? Does it not feel like it's yours? And resist the pressure to decide quickly or logically with this authority. It can take some time to get some clarity. And environment really matters for you if you are a self-projected projector. Hugely influences you. And again, the next two authorities we're going to finish up on in this series, they too are highly influenced by the environment. So now we're getting into the types that are environmentally sensitive, we would say. So for a self-projected projector, they want to be around the right people and places where, if you are one of those, where you feel safe, seen, and unpressured. Now, if you're not a self-projected projector and you want to know how you can help your fellow self-projected projector or those around you, and generally that are that type, well, you can assist them by being as calm and a receptive presence as possible. You can listen without influence, and they're not necessarily looking answers from you. Their answers will come when they're speaking it out. And avoid interrupting and challenging what they're saying when they're going through a decision-making process, and affirm what resonates. So it's important for them if they can have their truth mirrored back to them. So when you're hearing something and it sounds like it's their truth, repeating that back to them. Like, I'm hearing you all saying this, or it sounds like this, la, la, la. So as a self-projected projector, you're still going to have to wait for the invitation. That's how it rolls, especially in the early years of your human design experimentation. And then you can go through the decision-making process. And a lot of that is the invitation that I've received, is that the right invitation for me? Because it's amazing to receive invitations. However, not all invitations are correct. And you're not the one to complete or fulfill or to engage in all invitations that you receive. So if you've got any questions, you can leave that in the comment section below. You can reach out to me on various other social media links. We have one more projector authority to go, and then we're going to go into the very last type, which is the reflector. Now, as we're getting through these last few human design authorities, I want to remind you there's a very small percent of the population have these authorities, and so they're kind of nuanced in particular ways. And I think that that variety can really assist us in noticing how people are unique in their own way. So yes, if you'd like to see some more, stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next vlog.